Joining us now is the man himself, Matt Connolly, with us live from our studio in New York City. Matt, I really appreciate you coming on tonight. We just kind of went through your district right there, as well as the challenger, the woman that you're looking to unseat. So tell me and our viewers, why is it that you're the person to not only represent the Republican Party in the next election, but also to unseat Susan Wild?
Well, Susan Wild, and I followed her campaign very closely in 2018, ran as a moderate. She's a lawyer. She talked about how she could work across the aisle, work among people, negotiate fair settlements, etc. Once she got in, her true colors showed. She is as far left as AOC. She's aligned with Bernie Sanders. What people need is a straight-talking person with business experience who has lived the American dream. Look, my campaign slogan is keep America prosperous and free. Donald Trump has made it great. We're keeping it great. We've got to keep it prosperous and free. Susan Wild wants to go back to wants to try to go to single payer, Medicare for all. It's all about big government. It's all about controlling your lives. The distinction is so clear. I believe that I'll be the choice because my values align up with the district far more than hers do.
And, you know, we just showed what you said before the 2016 election. So if there's anything about predictions, I take your word for it, at least for the time being, you know? I mean, there weren't many people who said that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, not many people were saying that President Trump would be winning in 2016. So when you see them, you have to give credit when credit is due. But ever since then now, Susan Wild has voted in favor of the impeachment articles. What is your response to kind of the ongoing impeachment effort against President Trump for the time being as well?
The ongoing impeachment is a farce. It's a hoax, just as the president said. You know, Susan Wild does her best to try to pretend that she was very thoughtful about this, or Nancy Pelosi would even say prayerful. No, it was a foregone conclusion when she got in. Whatever was going to happen to Trump regarding impeachment, she was going to be for it 100%. As a matter of fact, Nancy Pelosi's PAC spent millions to get her elected in 2018 because it was a vacant seat because Charlie Dent retired. I've been watching the proceedings in the Senate like most people. Adam Schiff and Jerry Nadler's temper tantrum, they look like middle school boys who can't understand why things aren't going their way, and they repeat the same empty arguments over and over. It's convincing no one, and it's wasting a lot of time, but it's showing their true colors, and I think that's what America is going to really reflect on when they vote.
And a lot of people would say, too, that the ongoing impeachment effort is hindering actual legislation from being passed, whether it be in the House before or the Senate right now. I mean, we're still waiting on a vote for the USMCA because of this impeachment process. So, I mean, acknowledging that point as well, what are some of the issues that are really important to not only you, but the district that you're looking to represent?
Well, to your point, the Democrats cannot give Trump a win. They would rather have America lose than Trump win. It's part of their playbook because they seek power. They don't seek to fix anything. As far as aligning with the district, we do have a lot of agriculture in our district. There's a lot of farmers. The tariffs are ultimately going to be an excellent thing because they're going to protect the value of the crops that our district sells to China. It's one of our biggest customers. The manufacturing that's coming back. We have so much infrastructure that's been built up because we have a lot of warehouses on Route 78, Route 33, which is a big intersection in our area here. It's the kind of productivity and economic development that said wasn't going to come back. Remember, Obama said we needed a magic wand to bring manufacturing back? It's coming back in droves. Housing prices are going up. Employment is so low. It's a wonderful place to live right now, and it's because of Trump's improvements.
And another issue I saw on your page as well, I mean, you said big things that you believe in are taxes, lowering taxes, I guess, and making sure that the economy is flourishing, as you just mentioned right there. But other issues as well. You said immigration and also abortion as well. And tomorrow, of course, is the March for Life. President Trump is going to be the first president ever to speak at that event, which, I mean, within itself is pretty historic. What is your take on the recent divide? I feel like the issue of abortion is more polarized now than it has been in the past, and it's become more center stage. So what's your response to that?
I don't think it's more polarizing. What's really interesting, when people finally realize that upon conception, unique DNA is formed, that's a different person. People say, you know, the woman's right to control her own body. That's fine. The body growing inside her is not her body. It's a separate body. And when people understand that, because there's a lot of disinformation about viability and when the heartbeat starts, which is at 18 days, when people start to understand that, you know what, the needle turns more towards pro-life than pro-choice. Pro-choice is not something that's as popular as it was because people realize with science and ultrasounds, it's a baby in there. They know that.
And I want to touch on that issue of immigration as well, because I said that I was looking at your page and all the important issues that you've talked about before. Pennsylvania is a little bit more north, but we still see people in those upper states saying that immigration is still a big campaign issue for them. I mean, it doesn't really matter where you live. This is kind of a national issue that a lot of people have kind of talked about. So what is your take on the immigration issue right now in the United States?
Well, the immigration issue is very important. First of all, we love legal immigration. Legal immigration done correctly. Illegal immigration does a number of things. First of all, it drives the value of labor down. When you have people who will work for half of what a regular legal worker would work for, that drives the value of labor down. Also, there's a number of crimes committed, not only when you cross the border illegally, then when you work illegally, if your boss doesn't know it, and he probably does, then he's committing a crime by hiring you. If you use identity theft to get yourself a Social Security number, that's another crime. As far as the border wall, which I support, a wall doesn't mean go away. A wall means please use the door. In other words, let's keep the bad people out, the drugs out, etc. If you want to come to our country as an immigrant, assimilate, become an American, please come. We'd love to have you. But coming across the border, taking jobs away, lowering the value of labor, and then sending the money home and then going home after it, that doesn't serve our country, and that is not what America is founded on. We want people who are proud Americans, not people who are using America.
Right. And Matt Connolly, by the way, all our viewers can learn more about him at Matt for PA-07.com. Matt, I really appreciate you coming on tonight. I'm sure we'll have you back before the next election. Thank you very much.